So good morning, welcome to the Detox Show, and I wanted to just talk out loud while I was a little bit sober. I really don't have much to say about AA or religion today, because those are big topics in my head, and luckily it's because, I'm not going to AA. I believe in the spiritual writings. I just don't. I'm not always a people person. I'm very introverted, but I was thinking about my show this week, which I should have the video out pretty soon. Usually takes about a week to get. And, I was just much more calm on stage, and part of it was because I probably had about a 12-pack in me. I was able to when I couldn't even remember what I wanted to say because I had so many beers in me to go to my lines. Like, when I can't remember exactly what I want to say, it's probably because I'm thinking of porn. It was a very diversified show, which was cool because I feel like even if you go to see comics that are all saying the same thing, even if they're funny, it kind of takes away from the show. At least that's just my perspective of it as a comic. Like, I think I touched on this the other day. I was at Stand Up New York, where I can watch the shows for free now. And all the comics were funny, but they were all saying the same thing. And, I'm having one of those days where I'm stuck. And that's okay. I go through that sometimes. It used to frustrate me. Like, I'll never be able to think of a joke again. And now I realize that's definitely not the case. And I don't like being repetitive. Like, I hear a lot of same comics that'll do the same jokes repetitively. And if you don't have enough material, I totally get that. But, I'm more of along the lines of Chris Rock, who I'm not even a fan of, but he'll never tell the same jokes twice when he does his shows. And, or even Richard Pryor, who I identify with a little bit more, even though I never tried to set myself on fire. But, so I actually got kind of scared today. You see things trending, and not scared, but I was like, oh man, this really sucks. Like, I seen Bill Murray trending, and I was like, oh God, here we go. This guy's either dead or he sexually harassed somebody too, and luckily it was just that he was on NSL. And then I seen the guy Azari, Arziz. I think it's Arisa. And, he's getting accused of sexual harassment now, too. So it's definitely just not the older generation. That guy's roughly in my age bracket. And then, there was TJ, whatever his name is, a couple weeks ago who was getting accused of it also. I don't like getting on stage drunk because I'm playing with fire. Because if I drink too much, I go from funny to obnoxious. But if I keep it at a 12-pack, it relaxes me. I can sit right in front of the stage. If people try to talk to me because I'm saying things that are pretty edgy, like the other day when I said I'm a registered Republican, before I could even get to my punchline, this guy booed me. And, I was calm enough that, I went right back at him, and then I finished my joke, and people laughed about it. To put a plug in for myself, because it's like I said, I'm probably going to start being on stage a little bit more. I do have another show at Gotham on January 22nd at 9:30 at night. So if you're in the New York area, it's in Manhattan, 23rd Street. I think it's between 7th and 8th. And, I do have a set for that day, but I'm trying to make sure I have other stuff in my back pocket, because the other night I knew what I was going to talk about, and I touched on this the other day, but I was bombed when I was talking about it. Like this guy, he was starting to do a lot of my material. Like, the way I would have told it would have been much harsher, much just up in your face. But luckily I had another set in my pocket, so I want to make sure I have something. I got 10 days. I can come up with 5 minutes in 10 days, or even if they make me do 6 minutes again. That's nothing. I'm still battling a little bit of a cold if I sound a little rough. I don't know. I just wanted to check in. I like getting these podcasts out because I feel like as people, they always say people can't communicate. And, I believe social media can be a good thing if it's used in the right manner and not just hatred. And luckily, no matter what page you're hearing me off of, I've been fortunate enough to build a supportive community. I hope everybody is having a good day. Stay warm. Tom Brady is still the fucking GOAT, whether you like this guy or not. Like, I'm kind of like the devil's advocate, so I always pull for the underdog, but the guy's a beast. Have a good night. Have a good morning, everybody, because it's a little bit late here. So, bye-bye.